How much is that doggy in the window? Woof, woof. The one with the waggly tail. I'm sorry, this is awful. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kavalech, and welcome back once again to Dark Souls. Let's grab ourselves a deadly chat. Yes, indeed, welcome back once again to In-Depth Dark Souls. I really still don't know what to fucking call this series. I'm enjoying having fun. Yes, welcome back to Dark Souls, and today we're going to be continuing on. There's a couple of things I want to get done today. First of all, let's not get ambushed by these fuckers. Can I fucking lock on? Thank you. I was like, can I lock on? Fuck you. What is happening? I just wanted to lock on. Oh, what a great way to start. Huh. What a fantastic way to start. This is going just fantastically well. Yes, indeed. Fantastically well. Huh. I did the exact same thing again. I got hit by the exact same move again as well. I don't suppose I have a little... You might do. Quick! They're coming to get me! Nice. Oh, you didn't come and get me, actually. I suppose I am wearing pretty much all of the Thieves set. Now, that's twice I did that exact same fucking thing and hit that wall. What a dumbass I am. Anything nice for me? No. Yeah, I suppose we can start today off with a little bit of a discussion on that. So, I'm not 100% sure on this, so don't quote the fact, but I'm pretty sure it's also to do with the weight of your character. But yeah, it's also to do with the weight of your character. But as far as I know, when you're wearing light armor like this, I know it says extremely quiet. I don't think it's directly connected to this, and maybe it is. I don't know. I can check that one. But as far as I know anyway, definitely wearing this thief armor, you are harder to hear. Whether that's directly tied to the armor or just the weight of the character, I'm unsure. But I do know for a fact that wearing this specific black leather armor before the whole thief set, I have found that I'm able to sneak a bit more. So whether that's fully down to the armor or not, maybe it's just conjecture, maybe just, you know, one of those bias things where I'm like, oh yeah, that works, and it's just because I got lucky. Who knows? But I like to think it's because the armor actually has a little bit of built-in muffle. Here's one of my other favorite characters. I'm gonna do this actually, hold on.
About you, then why won't you buy some of my mods? I need your souls.
I do this because her voice is very low mixed sometimes, but I love this character. She's so... I mean, she's horrendous in many ways, but she's just... I love her.
You've come to this land at a bad time.
Oh, really? Oh.
Safe for me, of course.
Oh.
You're undead too, aren't you? You be careful then.
So as far as I know, this is actually the wife of the other undead merchant.
Go down along the side to reach the depths of the undead burg. Only unkempt crooks and liars to be found there. Hardly a place for a lady like myself. But who knows? Maybe you'd fit right in.
Like a lady like myself. She sells some awesome equipment. She's really fun. She's really an interesting character. And lots to talk about actually with this area. So we haven't gotten any of these yet, so let's have a little look. Blood red moss clump. Medicinal red moss clump reduces bleeding buildup. Bleeding builds up when attacked by sharp blades or spikes, and once triggered causes severe damage. And then we have this one. But the poison one has some more lore in it. So poison builds up the body when it breaks out and causes gradual damage over the period of time. Poison can be exasperating, so be certain to carry the needed quantity of these moss clumps when destined for an afflicted area. Moss clumps without a flower are useless against toxin, and a lack of these moss clumps could lead to an early demise. Poison is a huge thing in, obviously, the infamous area that everybody knows, Blighttown. But I always thought these were nice little designs. Just look, it's just got little flowers on them. It's cute. It's cute. Then we have our poison throwing knives, don't forget those. And atrocious fecal waste material. Throw an enemy to build up toxins, but also build up your own toxicity. Although the stench makes it difficult to carry on one's person, turning an enemy toxic inflicts high damage over periods of time. Yep. We went there. Charcoal pine resin is pretty strong. This and this down here are the two very interesting things that she carries. So, the limb of a victim of a curse. Temporary curses allow engagement with ghosts. The only way to fight back against ghosts who are cursed beings is to become cursed oneself. The safest method, however dreadful, is to cut off the arm of the dead. So, I love this. It's very macabre. Or macabre. I've never actually known how to say that word, I will say, but you know what I mean. It's very dark, but I love it because it's just fucking like, what the fuck? So you literally have to carry part of a dead person in order to fight back against the ghosts. Now, we haven't gone down to the ghost area yet, but it's cool. The way curses work in this game are fantastic, and we'll learn more about curses right now. Purging Stone, ash-coloured stone encasing a skull. Secret treasure of Arstor, the Earl of Kareem. Reduces curse buildup and breaks curses. Humans are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. The Purging Stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself is once a person or some other being. Oh. So we have the whole idea of curses in this game being just very dark, but very interesting, you know. And then that's the first time we've heard of Arstor, the Earl of Kareem. Now, we will hear more about him as we go in the game, but keep him in mind. He's an important kind of character, which is cool. There's a lot of characters in this game that you never see, but you'll hear lots of. I'm going to buy some pine resin, because it'll be very handy. But there is actually something interesting in this. So, affected weapons inflict fire damage for a short period of time, particularly effective against corporeal creatures and the undead, who have an instinctual fear of fire. Interesting that the undead would fear fire, considering fire is such a big thing in this world.
You've come to this land at a bad time. There are nothing but hollows in these parts. Save for me, of course. You're undead too, aren't you? You be careful then.
Told you she was wonderful. And that's the same again. I told you she was a wonderful character. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, so if we head back this way now, we would head back to Firelink. I will open the shortcut. We're not going to go back right now. We might head back at some point. But actually, yeah, fuck it, we'll head back now. No, we won't head back just yet. I know I have no healing, but I might be able to eke out some stuff. And another reason I want to do this is because none of the enemies will have respawned, and there was something I wanted to talk about that was brought up, and it was brought up to me in comments and stuff, and I was like, yes, of course. Let me just turn this down a little bit, and then turn the music up a bit. We'll leave that at 5. And then let me just turn up the volume a little bit more. I feel like the voices are a little low. So that should be good. Yeah, so there's something I wanted to discuss. It's only just back here, so we'll have a little look at it. And we can start to have a look in the depths. We're not going to go into the depths fully yet, but we'll start having a little look down there at some stuff. This whole area is filled with just so many interesting little things and bits and bobs. And the sad thing about Dark Souls, and a lot of the games now, but especially this game, is that nowadays a lot of people tend to just run, myself included, tend to just run straight through the game. I'm very much a victim of this myself. Not a victim. I very much do this myself, which is awful, and I need to stop doing it. I need to try and stop more and smell the roses and stuff. You can actually see some of the areas. That's the bridge across. The bonfire would be up there, and this is the bridge where the hollows are pelting stuff down on you. Yeah, so I need to stop running through areas at breakneck speed because you miss so many little details, like this detail, for instance. So if you remember correctly in the last episode, we got a twin humanity from this character here. Now, this is conjecture. It's not 100% confirmed by anybody, but it's like I said, somebody asked me to talk about it, so here I am talking about it. So we picked up a twin humanity from this. Now, Illusory Wall is a YouTuber who I would highly recommend going and having a look at their videos, because they are a wealth of information on Dark Souls. They have some of the best, most interesting kind of background videos. They do a lot of like boundary breaking and, you know, looking at triggers for things and stuff. Some of the most interesting stuff. So Illusory Wall. But yeah, they discovered, well, not discovered, but they looked and seen. Now, I don't know if you can really see it on consoles. I know on PC with the higher textures and stuff you can. We might be able to zoom in a little bit. You can't really, it's a little bit low texture. But basically this model is a female, and you can tell by, you really can't, oh, you can sort of see there. If you look down the base of the spine a little bit, about halfway up their back, you can see material. So it's a bra, basically. So yeah, so this is a female character model. Why is that interesting? Well, and I'm after using it, haven't I? Yeah. Well, twin humanities obviously is, you know, basically two humanities, and they're very, very rare. And so a lot of people get the impression, and again, it's not fully confirmed, and I think there is technically a couple of corpses that are male, but that you can get twin humanities on, but maybe this could have been where they were going with the idea. And now it's very dark, but again, it's FromSoft. Think about Bloodborne, think about all that crazy fucking shit that happens in that game. But twin humanity is, what if it was a child, you know, an unborn baby or whatever, who was there when she died, basically, which horrendously dark and harrowing to think of, but it's the little flecks of details. Look, you can see here this character model doesn't have that bit of material on the spine because obviously it's not wearing a bra. Why haven't you moved yet? Why can't I talk to you? Okay, you're obviously meant to have moved, but yeah, I'm slamming the X button there, what's happening. I'm guessing he's meant to have moved, but just hasn't until we rested the bonfire. Right, let's have a little look down. I will equip the humanity just in case something goes awry here. Yes, indeed. I love how it's 12 minutes in and all we've done is, you know, kill a few people and speak to a merchant and then come back up here and talk about potential baby murder. But it's showing you, as I said, the little details of things that are just so mind-blowing that they put into these games, but never actually think anybody would see or care about. Up there is the wall. That further along is where you can get the rubbish. Remember I said you can climb up the ladder, turn left, and you can then roll your way down here. You can also roll your way out of bounds to get past this door, in case you haven't killed the Capra Demon yet. Now, obviously, that's a boundary break, but it is an interesting way to get down here faster if you want to. I love this area so much. There is so much to love about the depths. I know a lot of people don't like the depths, and I understand that too, but I personally think there is so much to love about this area. Yeah, pretty much. Get the fuck out of here, my guy. Multiple ways you can deal with this. I'm not going to, but you can run and jump and you'll land on that, and then you can jump down there immediately. And you haven't saw me already, have you? If you have, I've actually never seen... Not coming up already, are you? No, we're okay. Oh, no, are we? No, we're okay. For a split second, I was like, what the fuck? Because I've never seen the butcher come up here early. So that would have been a bit of a nightmare. But we're okay. You can see, by the way, so I was saying about learning how to roll and everything. And a lot of that, I will say, is to help you with further games in the series. And you can use a shield in every game. But this game in particular, I feel, was built around the idea of you having a shield as well as being able to dodge. Dodging is fantastic in this game, don't get me wrong. I fucking thought I had the range there, I didn't, bastard. Ooh, not a one hit. Ooh, fuck, the butcher is coming, holy shit. I do the butcher, I do the big... Are you stuck? Oh, no, fuck, never mind. You're not stuck. Good night, Vienna. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, just about had the ability for that. Holy shit. We done? No, you're not done yet, still. Oh. Very nice. Now, these butchers are indeed female. We'll get some dialogue that confirms that now in a moment. But yeah, these are female butchers. Which is okay, you know, they're still beautiful to us. I still think they're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. Yeah. But yeah, so, sorry, as I was saying, while dodging is obviously rather effective in this game, and you only have to look at any playthrough or my older playthroughs or whatever on the channel or anything, but shields are actually very strong. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. The large ember. This is what we're coming down for. This and a character in the next room. Ember required for weapon ascension. For weapon ascension, a large, higher quality ember handled by the blacksmiths of Astora. Pretty much. So not a huge amount of detail here, but lore-wise. But it's pretty much just telling you, hey, go and bring this to the blacksmith. It's interesting to see a lot of this stuff because obviously most people just look it up online. You know, oh, what do I do with this? And how do I upgrade my weapon? And, you know, how do I get a +5 weapon? And how do I get it from there? And they probably just look up a video on it. And, you know, especially nowadays, if Dark Souls came out nowadays, there'd be a video in a week being like, hi guys, let me show you how to get a +10 weapon in Dark Souls. First of all, what do you want to do? And it'll be a whole thing. And that's fine. You know, people got to make content and people just want the quick answers on how to do things. That's perfectly fine. But, actually, I can speak about this. Hold on 2 seconds. So if you noticed just there, a little bit of black tinge went into me, and now I have 9 humanity. There's a mechanic in this game where before you kill a boss, the more enemies you kill, as they say, you know, scrounge you from corpses and stuff like that. Hello. As you kill enemies and things like that, there will build up a little meter, only before you kill the boss. You gonna jump down? Yeah, you are. And the more you kill, then the meter will fill, and you will then get... Ooh, the axe is so fucking good. Holy shit. Woo! And then you'll get a humanity. It's basically so that if you're playing online or whatever, you can constantly get humanity in some way in order to summon. You know? Yeah, so it's a nice little system. You can see here, we're kind of trudging through the network of tunnels and horrible things underneath the city. We haven't even gotten into the proper depths yet. But yeah, sorry, to finish off my thoughts as well, you know, a lot of people would have up how to get a upgraded weapon or whatever, but this game especially, they really did with the item descriptions help just tell you what to do with them a lot of times. And sometimes they were a little bit unsure about telling you fully, but sometimes like this, they would literally just straight up say, hey, you know, blacksmiths of Astora, you should have known by now that your man's name was Andre of Astora.
Yes, you. Here,
Oh.
please. You must help me.
You must help me. All right, we'll help you, Laurentius. I always roll into this, by the way, instead of smashing it, because just in case I end up hitting him. But yeah, so it's always fascinating to me. We've kind of lost that in a lot of modern games because of the videos. But I mean, look, I mean, technically I'm making a similar-ish kind of video here.
Been a supper without you.
It would have been her supper. Notice that.
Thank you. Thank you dearly.
Thank you dearly.
Yes, yes. All the greats will. I will not forget my debt to you. Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Nothing else to say?
Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Oh, I thought that he said something else, but
Oh, hello there.
apparently not.
Fine, thanks to you.
Apparently not. Right, well, we'll catch up with him up above. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side. Yes, so confirmation there that it is indeed female butchers, and we can actually have a look now and see the helmet that we got. There it is, the sack. Bloodstained patchwork sack by the undead man-eating cooks luring in the depths. 2 eye holes have been haphazardly cut out. It is unexpectedly soft and comfortable to wear, but it is properly near meaningless in terms of defense. What do you mean by that? What the fuck do you mean by that? Yeah, nothing else interesting. We haven't picked up anything. I've been trying to make sure that I get a lot of the interesting stuff out of the way. Titan actually is one that we haven't really looked at. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun, but could they be mere myth? So obviously you would be immediately thinking, oh, there's one above this, then there's a slab. Weapon reinforcing, blah, blah, blah. After this Titanite was peeled from its slab, it said that it received a special power, but its specific nature is not clear. Obviously used for upgrading thingies. There's some of them are really just flavor text, but they're so wonderful. I love it so much. Our first mention of Kath here, actually, I forgot we got these. The cracked red orb allows players to temporarily imitate the ability normally limited to dark wraiths of Kath. We don't know who that is yet. And yes, we'll definitely be learning more about Frampert and Kath as we go. So a lot of people actually tend to not really come this way anymore. So we'll have a little dip down here. We are going to dip our head down here a little bit, but then we'll be going back up. Now this is what I call a cheeky little bit. They don't do this too much in this game, but this is definitely cheeky. If you look up there, you can see just about see a bit of movement. Fucking cheeky bastard. Now, the thing is that I'm actually not going to do a huge amount of damage to these. Not too bad, but not great damage. Oh. Drop anything for me? No. Yeah, slimes. So the slimes actually take a lot of damage from flame, and will probably, in fact, yeah, this is going to lead out to a hallway. And we'll come back down this way a little bit later on. And I'll show you, you can see there's a lot of slimes in that hallway. And that door down the end is locked. So I'll show you the alternate way to get down here and everything in a little bit. And we'll do that. For now, we're going to head back up. I know, this is a lot of back and forth and a lot of things like that. But realistically, this is the interesting kind of stuff to me. And it's the stuff that we kind of miss out on, as I said earlier on. Because we're so focused on, well, we got to get through and we got to get to the ending and we got to get to the boss and get through the area and finish and everything. And a lot of the time, like, I guarantee you, anybody who's played Dark Souls before or anybody who is watching or things like that, you would just continue on now and you'd get to the next checkpoint and, you know, you do that. But I guarantee you, if I asked you how many of you have gone back to Firelink on the regular, you know, how are you alive again? We didn't rest, so you shouldn't be. Why are you alive again? Interesting. Yeah. So how many of you think that you would have gone back to Firelink on the regular, you know, type of thing? Perfectly fine if you haven't, but. Yeah, I always just find it interesting. And as I said, I'm completely guilty of it too, which is what blows my mind about FromSoft, and especially for this game. In future games, you know, you teleport all the time and you can kind of quickly teleport back to... oh, hello. You can kind of quickly teleport back to the hub or wherever you need to be. So there wasn't really as much worry about missing things. And obviously later on in this, you can teleport as well, but you will have missed already. You'll have missed so many different little interactions and dialogues and stuff. Fuck off, bastard. So it blows my mind that FromSoft even bothered putting it in like this. It's a crazy way of doing this, in my mind. See, this is why he's here. So it was actually a glitch that he was still in the other area. I don't know if that's in the original, to be honest. But here we are anyway. So let's rest, just in case. And we've got a bit of money, so we may as well see what we can get. In fact, he's not going to talk to us properly because we don't have... I think we need 10 intelligence. So we'll go up to 10 and see if that's correct. I'm pretty sure that's it, though. So then he'll give us some interesting dialogue.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you
Hello.
in such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
No, I don't think I am.
Yes, I see. It is regrettable, but to each his own. If you change your mind, do not be bashful.
No, I thought he actually had more to say about that, but never mind.
Did you see them? Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires.
Sorry, he's talking about
A
the
young girl sent down into a tomb.
priests.
What a terrible mission she is burdened with.
Actually, he skipped a bit there. So, that's an interesting dialogue, though, because how does he know about kindling? Because if you remember, Petrus told us of the mission, and he said that it was a secret. That kindling was a secret rite of the church. So, how does this guy know about it?
What is it? I'm praying that you will.
Yes, I have changed my mind.
Splendid. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's...
Yeah, so how does this guy know? Now, is it because he's is he a spy? Oh, we'll talk about that more as we go, but interesting that he would know about that, because either Petrus is lying and it's not a big secret and he's trying to make himself seem better than he is, or this guy knows more information than he should.
Have you heard of Big Hat Logan?
No, I haven't.
Master
Do tell,
Logan
do
is
tell.
a great sorcerer and my teacher. Both of us came to this land as undead. But one day he departed, leaving only a note. I suppose he wished to keep me out of harm's way. But where does that leave me? I have dedicated myself to sorcery, but Master Logan could find no use for me.
Oh, seems a bit put out by that.
Yes. The note that Master Logan left.
Yes,
Only said
do tell.
he would travel to Anolondo by way of Sen's fortress. I can only guess that he seeks the regal archives. For Master Logan is a tireless pursuer of wisdom. Wisdom trumps all. Everything else is hogwash. And the curse turned him
Everything else is hogwash.
I'm certain that he only felt it was the perfect chance to visit this land. I only wish that I had his courage.
So some people are happy when they turn into the undead because they get to come to this fabled land. Showing that some people maybe are too afraid to come, because we will meet somebody. I know I don't like to talk too much about what we haven't seen yet, but we will meet somebody later on that is human. Heal. So that is a thing.
2 things are required for sorcery. First, you must equip a wand. Second, you must attune a sorcery. Then you will be ready to fire away. Oh, and don't forget to aim.
I mean, that seems pretty straightforward to me, I'm not going to lie. The whole Venheim School of Magic and everything, I think, is one of the biggest things in this game that I wish there was more of. I really wish there was more. Or we could visit it or something. And it's one of these things where maybe it's better that it's left this way, because you can imagine what it's like to be in the School of Venheim. You can imagine these things, but never actually get to see them. So we have a couple here that are interesting. Magic Shield. Shields augmented by magic are resistant to magic attacks and have higher stability. This spell makes it possible to challenge powerful foes with a small shield. Oral Decoy. This spell is not the first... Oh, sorry. Sorcery used by playful sorcerers lure enemies away by creating a sound originating in the distance. This spell is not the first choice of serious sorcerers, but it has a surprising amount of applications, some of them extremely effective. Magic weapon is the Magic Swordsman of Venheim The Magic Swordsman of Venheim is predicated upon this and Magic Shield. Many warriors learn sorcery just for this. Adored by certain sorcerers. Fall Control is one of the more interesting ones. Sorcery developed by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Vinheim Dragon School reduces damage and noise from fall. This sorcery, along with Hush, explains the extravagant cost of hiring Vinheim spooks. Very interesting. We'll pick up... Do you know what? We'll pick this up. Oh, sorry, actually, do you know what he has as well? He has these two, which are very interesting. Special ring granted only to the most accomplished sorcerers at Vinheim Dragon School. Remembering that this guy has said he's an apprentice. So why has he got 2 rings that are supposed to be for accomplished sorcerers at Vinheim Dragon School? Did he take them off a corpse? Did he take them from there? Again, is he a spy? The ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon and boosts the strengths of sorceries, and then that one with a lingering dragon.
Goodbye then. Do stay safe.
Yeah, very interesting character, I will say. A very interesting character. Do you know what then? We could probably put this on. That allows us to roll. No, it doesn't allow us to roll yet. Shit. I was hoping it was allow us to roll. I was going to say we'll stick on the Sorcerer's Catalyst and we'll... Shit, that won't allow me to roll at all. Unless we get a little bit more endurance. There it is. And then we can stick on... Shit, did I not level up enough for attunement? Bugger. Okay, hold on. This is a bit of a disaster, darling. You need a bit more than this going on. The reason I'm doing this as well is because we're going to go fight a boss now. And this boss actually, I suppose, I won't say gave me a lot of trouble, but gave me some trouble in my original series, and I want to make up for that. So having some magic shields will be rather nice.
Did you see her?
Who?
That virtuous little maiden, complete with followers in tow. They're probably going straight to pillage graves. I've heard enough about Milady for a lifetime. How did that nutty sorcerer make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
Stranger things indeed.
How did that old man make it back?
Oh.
Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened.
That's actually a glitch dialogue, because that's meant to be when you get Logan back, but we haven't gotten Logan back, so...
You've seen that terribly morose lass?
Ah, this is interesting now.
Firekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd peter out in an instant.
So, the poor...
What? Oh, that's all we need. Well, listen carefully. One of the bells is up above. You'll have to climb.
Yeah, we know this.
With it, but
Yeah, we know that. So this poor little morose lass, as he says, down here, that's why she can't talk. She has no tongue. They cut it out. Again, fucking very dark things in this game. But, yeah, woof, yikes. So she's bound here. So she's what's keeping this bonfire lit. I sure hope she's okay, though.
Too many questions.
You ask too many questions.
I'm not up for chatting.
All right. Well, you know, that's just how that is. We will hopefully, because we've actually a lot of people now arriving back in Firelink, so hopefully we'll have enough time to do this and get back to the thingy. Let's chat to old Laurentius. He is back.
Oh, I see you made it out. Yeah,
I did.
I made it out safely too.
Good for you.
I have my pyromancy of the Great Swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. Unless you...
No, I don't find it unsavory at all.
Yeah, wonderful.
That used to trip me up when I was younger. I used to think I was like, yes, I want help, but no. He means, do you find it unsavory?
From the Great Swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer.
So now we've just unlocked 2 schools of magic.
Pyromancy is the art of casting fire. Produce flame, then channel it, just as our ancestors did.
A very interesting line there. Our ancestors.
My home, the Great Swamp, is an abundant store of nature. You will understand one day.
Does he mean the people of the swamp? So, like Lost Isleth? Or does he mean... Like, what does he mean by our ancestors? Does he mean like the furtive pygmy? Does he mean the gods, like Gwyn and everything? It's an interesting kind of one. Pyromancy is very interesting in this game. I really like it. We'll get combustion, just because it's handy to have. Yeah. There is some interesting lore here as well. So this is a very interesting person here, Karamina. We'll learn more about her later, but the most accomplished pupil of Solomon, the master pyromancer, pioneered new directions for the art of pyromancy. she's fantastic, and we'll definitely be seeing more of her.
Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavoury, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, turning undead didn't change a thing.
So we're learning that some people obviously wouldn't like turning undead, people like who we might just meet now in a moment, but then there are people who aren't bothered by it because, well, it didn't change anything for them. So it's definitely like a stigma thing with it. You know, you can be undead and still kind of be part of civilization, but most of them are put out, as they say.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally arrived.
My
I will be
guests.
departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure.
Interesting that he calls them guests, because, you know, that means that maybe he's been stationed here.
Oh, miracles, I presume? Yes, I know.
So he does say the line. He does say the line. I fucking... Oh, here's me thinking he didn't say the line. He does. The most insightful person in this game. Yep.
What have we here? You look awfully raggedy.
I mean...
Times are grim. The least you can do is look sharp.
I do look a bit raggedy, but that's a bit rude.
My lady like that.
Don't you dare!
For good.
That's a bit fucking rude, isn't it?
Oh, you don't suppose we can help, though? We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. I can't very well abandon them now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's you. We're to leave momentarily. The catacombs aren't exactly my idea of a good time, but what can one do? Rarier Nox.
This... I love that line. Beware the dark.
Oh, it's you.
Varier
We're
Nox.
to leave The catacombs aren't exactly my... What can one do? I do hope we meet again. Rarier Nox.
Varier Nox. Fucking love that line. It's beware the dark.
Oh, it's you.
Sometimes you just need little lines like that you're just like, oh yeah. I mean, it sounds like a spell or something,
You are
but
undead
I love
as
it.
well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us.
Really?
Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
So, according to Marcus, Epic Name Bro, and stuff like that, potentially, not fully confirmed, but potentially, that line there, who are you so uncouth, is a mistranslation. It would probably, or are you so uncouth? It would make more sense. It would be a little foible, but I mean...
Did I not explain the or are you so uncouth as to lack such
Or are you
judgment?
so uncouth as to lack judgment would make sense, you know? But yeah, so we have these here going down to do their dirty business, as they say.
Rarier Nox.
Rarier Nox. They seem quite young and inexperienced, and they seem to not really know what they're doing, but they're being sent down on this pretty much suicide mission by the church, which fucking sucks to be them, really. You know, but is what it is. Is what it is, as they say.
Oh, it's with Rarier.
I thought sometimes when you rest, then they have other things to say, but that's fine. That's fine. Right, let's head up here and see. We'll have enough time, I'd say, to get into this place and to thing. Although, actually, one last bit of dialogue we can get, and this is the thing. There's so much dialogue in this game. And people say, oh, there's no dialogue in Dark Souls games. There is so much dialogue in these games and so much interesting world building and stuff like that.
That
Not you.
crow
Oh.
flew off with somebody in its clutches. I think it was a man.
Nearly skipped it.
holding
Oh.
the ball. Stranger things have happened, right? No, maybe not.
No, maybe not. So the crow apparently has been taking people away, curled up in a ball.
Chatting.
Leave me alone. Apparently the crow has been taking people away, curled up in a ball. Now, Lautrec will go and come back here and there, depending on loading, so we can hopefully load him back in here and get a little bit of dialogue out of him. Yeah, here he is.
Our futures are murky.
No, he doesn't actually. There is more dialogue we can get out of him. But not right now, apparently. I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, as I was saying, there is a lot of dialogue in this game that people think, oh, you know, Dark Souls doesn't have a lot of dialogue. It does, but it just doesn't care. Oh, they've gone down below. Ah, that's why I missed that dialogue, damn. So I sent them on to the next stage. That's okay. That's not a bother. But, yeah. I see, even there's multiple dialogues that I could have gotten there by doing things slightly differently. So there's a wealth of lore and information in this game that is so crazy interesting. Yet they hide it. Why? I don't fucking know. It's absolutely mental to me, the things they hide in this game and the things they do. But that's the way they wanted to make it, and I think that's one of the reasons why, to me, it's such a special game, because you can blast your way through this game in like fucking a day. You know, you can overlevel yourself, you can run through the game, you can do absolutely fucking crazy things, or you can take your time and you can eke out all of these different lore and storylines and different things, and if you miss something, then you can go back and do another playthrough where you get different lore or different things, and you can then go and attack people and see what they say when you attack them, and you know, so on and so forth. Actually, we don't have any large... No, we don't. I'll give it to him in a bit. We can give him the large ember now, but we don't have a thing, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to fight you yet, just because I'd rather try and get down here into the forest a little bit. And actually, I want to show something that I did not know for the longest time, and now I know it. I'm like, that's so fucking cool. Ow. Ooh, chopping down the trees, are we? So we can see if we can get the moss off of these guys. But, Darkroot Garden. This area, another one of my favorites. I mean, I say that, as I've said about the other areas, because it really is. There's so many areas in this game that I just love. If we take a look around here, you can actually see from here, the boss. And that is one of the things that I wanted to show, because I guarantee most people didn't look up. I myself included. You know? But yeah, you can actually see the boss of this area, and that's the bridge as well that you fight him on. You can see them from here, which blew my mind, because I did not realize that was the thing. You know, nice fucking block, Cal. Oh, missed though. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You can see down into the deeper parts of the garden from here. And you can actually jump from here if you use either fall control or just have enough health. And you can make it down into lower parts of the garden. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to skip. But yeah. This is the other thing I wanted to show. So this is not a section you would ever kind of stand on, but one, you can still see the butterfly from here, which is really cool. I love that you can see the butterfly from like so many places, but then you can also see the bonfire, which is hidden here. A cheeky little bonfire, if you will, but yeah. Also, with us having 10 humanity now, you can see I have 210 item discoveries, so it really does help. Can't get in this door right now, locked by some contraption, but we'll be back there, don't worry. Right, down in the... Actually, will I? No, I won't. I will actually, because I want to get some lore. So in order to get some lore, which is part of the reason why we're doing this playthrough, I say part of the reason, a big part of the reason we're doing this playthrough. So in order to get that lore, we are going to have to summon good old Beatrice. Now, if you don't want this ambush to happen, which is funny to call it an ambush considering they are indeed bushes, you can not pick up that. And you can actually farm these if you want for different things, but you're best off just killing them all, and then killing you, then killing you, Oh, you're already dead. Never mind. And then you can pick up your item. Now, forevermore, they will be active. That is a bit of an ambush, but is what it is, as they say. That is very bright. Holy shit. Woo! Look at this. Now, if you come over here, you can see, if you look very closely, you'll notice the tree is moving. Most people aren't going to notice that. I kind of didn't either, I'm not going to lie. I was actually, the first time I knew to get down here was by fighting. I was rolling and I hit the tree and went, wait, what the fuck? Why did I just hit the tree and do damage? Well, you can come down here. Again, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's so many things in this game. Now, if you're going for the platinum, you might find some of this stuff. You know, I love these guys as well. I don't even know what they're meant to be, but they're fucking so awesome looking. Yeah, but the chances of you knowing to come down here are pretty slim, and that would be completely understandable. Chop, 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 chopping down the wood. And there's some areas later on that even if you're going for the platinum, you don't need to go to. Which to me is fucking just wild on so many levels. Let's kill you first, actually, because I don't trust you not to fucking fuck about with me here. You're gonna tranquil walk of peace me. So that right there, that miracles I presume, heal. That miracle is the reason why a lot of people back in the day were able to figure out that this area was going to be Ulasil, which obviously is where the DLC takes place, because there's talks about the lands of Ulasil and stuff like that, and how they produced light and miracles and all this type of thing. And between Dusk appearing here, who is from the land of Ulasil, and then the Stone Guardians casting this miracle, Tranquil Walk of Peace, it just became a thing that people went, huh, I think Darkroot Garden might have been Ulasil years ago. And of course, we were correct. You know. We just break my ankles while we're up here because the animations are fucked in this edition of the game. Not from Soft's fault, because they didn't fucking make this version of the game, but is what it is. Now, I used to think these guys were hard, but as you can see, if you just walk around them a little bit, they can't really do a whole lot to you. And then you can kill them real fucking quickly. Now, we have the wolf ring, which actually we haven't got any rings on, so we should probably stick it on. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The wolf ring belongs to Artorius the Abyss Walker. So our first mention of Artorius, we've sort of heard of him, but not really. Artorius had an unbendable will of steel and was unmatched with a greatsword. Somehow somebody managed to pilfer the ring and do something with it. The rare gem's tearstone has the uncanny ability to sense imminent death. This blue tearstone from Katarina boosts the defense of its wearer when in danger. My only problem with the blue tearstone ring is that it doesn't prevent, like, if something is going to kill you in one hit, it'll kill you in one hit. If something can kill you and bring you down to a low amount of health, then it'll kick in, which to me isn't as strong, but I guess is what it is. Also, I forgot to read this as well. There's a couple of things I forgot to read, so we'll get them out of the way now while we're here. This mystical ring was created in sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. Velka is a hugely important character that we will talk more about when we get more information about them. But yeah, a lot of speculation about Velka. I mean, it goes to the point where people think Velka is the crow that is sitting outside. Why did I come up? I didn't need to come all the way back up here, sorry. That people think Velka is the crow that carries you back and forth, or is associated with the crow, or anything like that. And people were begging for more Velka lore, and unfortunately we didn't really get any more Velka lore, which is a shame, but is what it is, I suppose. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to kill this guy, and I'm not going to clear out this area yet. We will clear this area out at the beginning of the next episode. Ooh, the stone great shield. What we'll do is, to make sure I get the boss in this episode, we're going to go straight to the boss now, and then we'll clear it on the way back out, if you get me. So, you know, there's that. Now, let me come out here and do a little bit of summoning. I said do a little bit of summoning. Thank you. Did you not? Oh, because we have the thief set on. You didn't fucking notice me. That's so funny. And then one more. That's fucking cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, heal. So, I know summoning, a lot of people don't like it and things like that. That's perfectly understandable. The reason we're doing it now is because we want to get some lore. And by summoning Beatrice a few times, we'll be able to get some lore. So let's pop our magic shield on. And in we go. This is why I wanted to get magic shield, because this boss is a pain in the ass. And the last time we were here, this boss fucking fucked me over. So having a bit of magic shield should hopefully help. And if Beatrice would like to actually do her job... Okay, magic shield has already run out. I didn't realize it was that short. Never... Ooh, fucking hell. Heal. See what I mean, by the way? Fucking pain in the ass, boss. Let's see if we can... Ooh. Let's see if we can work a bit of this. Nice dodge. Oh, she's got to kill him even before he lands. That'd be nice. If you want to do that, that's great. You can do that. Oh, I get the kill and blow. Thanks, Beatrice. That was nice of you. Thank you so much, Beatrice. You beautiful thing, you. Thank you so much. So now we'll be able to get some lore off of Beatrice's gear. Anyway, that's the Moonlight Butterfly with magic, as you can see. Fucking absolutely destroys it. Yes. But anyway, the Moonlight Butterfly. Soul of the mystical Moonlight Butterfly, which flitters in the dark root garden. Special beings, you have special souls. The butterfly's soul is a creation of Seath the Scaleless. So, again, something that if you didn't read out in descriptions, you would never realize. You'd think, oh, there's a giant butterfly in the dark root garden. Cool. And then you'd go, oh, there's also butterflies just before Seath. Random. It's because Seath made them. Seath was creating these butterflies. And why was he creating these butterflies? Well, we're not sure yet, but we might be able to figure that out as we go. Now, I've been informed that this is just a thing that they made because they wanted people to realize who they should bring this to and everything. Personally, and this is literally my own idea here, my own lore, and this is the reason why I love Dark Souls so much, is that you can do things like this. Come up with your own ideas and everything. So, obviously, we know, which actually I haven't spoken about a lot, and I'll talk about more maybe in the next episode or the next time we're at Andre. Andre is a character with a lot of cut content. Originally, Andre was going to be Gwen's son, or descendant anyway, and he was going to help you move a statue in order to get down to fight Gwen and the whole shebang, but that was all cut very early. Like I said, these are supposed to be just so you know that this Watchtower Basement Key and Divine Ember and Homeward Bone, very nice, that these items are, can be used with Andre, the key not so much, but the Divine Ember. But in my lore, in my headcanon, as we know from both the dialogue with Solaire and also the White Sign Soapstone in Lordran, the flow of time is distorted, or convoluted, as he said. Yes, that can be used for a lot of oh, well, time is convoluted, who gives a shit? But to me, it's almost like, how can I put it in kind of pop culture terms or baseball terms? It's kind of like Avengers, where, not that there's multiple dimensions or anything like that, but I feel like there's multiple timelines. And obviously, it's canon. It is 100% canon that everybody who plays Dark Souls is the person who plays Dark Souls, is the canonical. They all happen. Every run through of this game is canonical, is a real run through, which I find fascinating, but it's how it works. So who's to say that that isn't an Andre from a timeline where he was Gwyn's descendant, or something to do with that, and he was turned to stone or turned to crystal, petrified, by somebody who was, have a little look-see with his butterfly, Seath. Again, completely conjecture, but that's what I love about this game. Ember required for weapon ascension. Divine members of property of the church and intended for divine blacksmiths. So did he get himself a blacksmith, a divine thing, and then accidentally get killed for it? Potentially. Key to the basement of the watchtower, the undead burg. The basement of the watchtower forms a stone cell. There are rumours of a hero turned hollow who was locked away by a dear friend for his own good, of course. We will go and find out more about them, again, probably in the next episode. But I'm hoping that this series is shedding light on what I mean with this game, in that this game is amazing. You can, as I said earlier, you can fly through this game in 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, but, you know, you can fly through this game really quickly. And, yeah, you'll get a lot out of it, and you'll go, wow, that was amazing. You might even say, wow, that's one of my favourite games ever. But then also, you can take your time, and you can learn all of the lore and come up with your own stories and you know, do different builds and do different things and get so much more. There is so much to this game. There's so much love and lore and interesting things in this game that I don't think any of the other Souls games have even come close to doing. They've done similar. We've just been ambushed again, actually. I forgot about this. With the partisan, it's a good weapon as well, actually. Yeah, I forgot about this. Ooh, nice dodge, though. Huh! Nice. Yeah, I don't think any game has come close to it. And it's a shame, because it's such an interesting way of doing things. And like that, it allows you to really just run wild. And I think when it comes to like the fantasy of things, it allows for such world building and storytelling and wonderful moments that you wouldn't get otherwise. Are you gonna swing at me first? Ooh, nice. Do you want to do your Tranquil Walk of Peace? Because actually, when you do Tranquil Walk of Peace, yeah, I can actually just kill you then. You know? And this, all of this is one of the main reasons I wanted to do this series. I'm not even going to lie. Is because I wanted to try and get across the same feeling that I have. And I don't know if I ever can. And yes, a lot of it is just my own feelings, and you can't force other people to have your feelings, of course. But I still enjoy sharing it, and woo, fuck, sharing these stories in this world. And, you know, obviously there's 1,012,000 different videos about Dark Souls out there, but I enjoy giving my own little view on it and my own little twists and turns. Miyazaki, the guy who plays this game, who made this game, has gone on record stating that this outfit is one of his favorite designs and what he thinks is quintessential Dark Souls 1. This is the vibe they were going for. This was the look that they felt was, you know, the real kind of Dark Souls look. That, by the way, is from the Wolf Ring, which I always hate that. I'm like, ugh, I don't want any glows around my character. I get it. Excuse me, I get it for PvP, but I hate it. Yeah, so the Elite Knight set, I love it. I do love this set. One of my favorites. Perhaps an Elite Knight of Astora. Although he was loath to give up on his undead mission, he perished at the undead asylum and went hollow. So this is actually Oscar's outfit. What it's doing here? Time is convoluted. And I know that's bullshit, but who knows? Maybe it was picked up by another hollow who found his dead body and ventured out here and then died in the forest. You know, you can wave things away with things like that. You know, perhaps an Elite Knight based on the fire warding heraldic symbol on the blue surcoat. And that's something I like about this game as well, is that, yeah, okay, you might go, oh, Cal, now you're reaching there. That's not in the game. That's not lore. But Miyazaki has said himself that multiple times he has changed his mind on what something meant or what something was. And he very much likes to leave things open for interpretation for both himself and for everybody who's playing. And so to me, things like that, like that's a random body in the middle of the forest. That's a hollow who, after us, escaped after Oscar gave us the key and said, regrettably, I might go hollow. And so he died, and the hollow took the armor and thought, great, I have some armor, I'm going to venture into Lordran. Ventured into Lordran, got down into the forest, and was beaten to death by the golems and the thing. And then we get the armor, you know? And, oh, but when you go back to the asylum, then, you know, Oscar's there again. Yeah, because time is convoluted. And I know that's such a, you know, Deus Ex Machina fucking bullshit hand-wavy nonsense. But I kind of like it. I love it. It makes the world more magic. It makes it fantastical. It makes it, you don't know what way things are going to go or what things are going to be. And I just think that's brilliant. Anyway, we've lots and lots and lots more to discuss. That's another boss down. We will continue our venture and our cavalcade of destruction. Some episodes will be like this, where there's a lot more kind of dialogue and a lot more reading things and everything, and I know, but that's just how this goes. There'll be other episodes then where we're just absolutely rinsing through combat and rinsing through different kind of scenarios and stuff like that. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you've seen, please do like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? Are you enjoying? Have you played a bit of Dark Souls 2? Do you enjoy it? And is there anything you want me to talk about? I've been Kavalech. Hope you grabbed yourself a deadly chat. I'll see you next time. Look after yourselves. Bye.